My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2. We've got two respectful relationships and hopeful relationship heading into the sprawl. Hell yeah. Also, this area has negative 20% to all blight resist. The enemies don't blight, typically in this area. Obviously, the cultists will.
Behold, the great cities of man, ruined and aflame.
What should I choose? Resistance encounter, or resistance encounter? Obviously, it's going to be determined by what is after them. An Oblivion's Ingress. Shambler's Altar. Sodden Sweater. Gives a pretty good reason to consider that, maybe. Roll a powerful ounce of prevention at the very start. Try and start resisting the enemy's debuffs. I might want to actually leave open the opportunity to go to a Shambler's Altar later. There's the land, midline. A late hero shrine on the opposite side to a hospital. Being able to remove off guard and braggart, maybe even boisterous, all seems reasonable. Kind of want to take the start left here in order to also get to the cache for supplies. Actually, we're in an area where burn is important, so I'm going to put the ablative powders on rather than neutralizing. And I'm also, I probably think, should get the burn salve on so that I can actually just directly heal the burn condition. Gain some additional health whilst doing so. Do I really need a watchtower here at all? It'd give me a little bit of information for later. Ultimately, the choice here is between Watchtower or another fight after the fight I'm about to take. Double fight, then cash. Single fight, then Watchtower. I'm gonna go single fight, then Watchtower. I'm gonna go down the midline as well. Oh, I can actually see right there the obstacle is gonna destroy our wheels. There we go. A burning bile. Whoa! Sean's a coward, apparently, wants to run away from this fight. Let's give Rawsome the glory of accepting this. Averaging out their relationships a little bit. All of the enemies are ordained in this fight. Only really makes sense to me to take aim to start off with here, at least. Fire rises, the Imletist buffs their friend. Jawbreaker misses, courtesy of the enemy's blindness. We can give Sorathil dodge plus as well. Hey, we actually did manage to connect the If It Bleeds ability. No, how dare you pummel me! Oh, now you're going for a Searing Lunge on the same character? We resist the burn. We resist, in fact, all extra effects here. I have an opportunity right now to bellow, and in doing so, remove riposte. No, wait. Never mind, it got dodged. That's fine. Start blighting up some targets, get some actual damage on them. Also sets up some extra damage on Rawsome. So you buffed to get extra speed and apply damage on hit. Highway robbery. I could steal the riposte and the dodge tokens. I know, I feel more like triggering the riposte.
Master stroke.
Actually, I should have looked at the amount of damage I was about to do. Would have given me a little bit of a hint there that maybe I didn't need to consider it so hard. Fireflare goes against the back line. Thankfully, as a braggart, despite taunting there, we were also dodging, so it didn't matter a lick at all to us. I'd like to be able to take down the enemy's back line. Don't have access to that just yet.
Stupendous.
Oh, solid crit. That's enough damage to guarantee that this unit is on the ground. They roll Drawbreaker for 4 damage. They do manage to push the Hellion back. Alas. That's not really going to change anything here.
Response.
I mean, the days might. The fact that it's given you the opportunity to strike another one of my characters there. Crit for the kill!
The unrelenting application of violence yields morbid gains.
Exactly! That's effectively what I said earlier. When I said that damage was our health management strategy in this area. Whoa, hang on. I believe I have... Yes, there we go. A stack that I can combine that with already. The burn salves there.
Reliable information brings accurate insight, after all.
Love a good roadway fight here.
The Antiquarian wants what we have. And she will not be denied.
A crit for 3 damage. You'll love to see it. The Antiquarian has the most health on the field. It doesn't actually, in my mind, make sense to try and take them out first. Set up some aim, and then I'm probably just gonna grape shot, grape shot, grape shot, grape shot. Ooh, that's gonna be a good bellow. Can't believe I actually managed to hit both of those blights.
Steady yourself. Hold fast.
Please stop shooting my backline in the face.
In the beyond. Lethality writ large.
Extremely solid crit. Definitely time to belly you all. I want to get rid of those dodge tokens, and I would love to slow the rest of you down.
Finish the work.
And here's a large amount of the reason why. You just asked the one who's about to die to protect you? What, protect you from Hades personally? Good lord. Well, if you're gonna give me the opportunity to bleed you early, I'm definitely gonna take it. Invigorating the pause there for some dodge across the party. A crit blight on the Antiquarian. I think we basically have you handled.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Let's try and make sure that I don't have to deal with random excess crit.
A breakthrough.
Antiquarian is now on death's door.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Yeah, I don't really have any benefit from using any of the other abilities there. A bit of stress healing from that crit as well. Love to see it. Are we shown? I mean, I want someone who can de-stress our Neko frontliner here. Yeah, gonna lose some stress as a result of seeing that crit? No? Alright.
Amidst the spoils, an artifact of unparalleled power.
The Cleansing Clasp. At turn start, if baubles in inventory are above 25, we remove a negative token. Nope. I don't think anyone wants to hold that right now. Right? Baubles are currently above 25. Maybe it's time to test whether or not Winded counts as a negative token. It is colored both debuff and special. Like, if we had the ability to remove that with the Cleansing Clasp, that seems like it would be absolutely ridiculous. Let's give it a shot.
The fog is parted. Our way is made clear.
Okay, so there is a opportunity here to pick up Loathing right before an Oblivion's Ingress, where I can get rid of it. Also the opportunity to gain more trinkets. I think I prefer that to damaging my wheels again, especially because I won't be able to go from the assistance encounter out pretty much a lot of different ways afterwards due to the amount of wheels I won't have. Yeah, I think forward to the Ingress. Also has the benefit of removing stress from the only person who had stress at the time. There's the Oblivion's pickup, and we've also got a plan to immediately get rid of it. Hell yeah! I think I can probably get rid of the stimulants in this fight for clotting powders. Oblivion's Ingress. Oh, everyone wants to go for him. Great. And Sorthil has the worst relationships with other people at the moment, so why don't you form a better one with both Neko and Sean? Vicious enemies, which means they, yes, do extra duration on their DOTs and things like that. Definitely time to set up the gun. I don't think I need to use clotting powders on turn 1, but also I'm worried that it uses one of my crit tokens if I use it afterwards. I'm gonna be careful. Clarion Call gets completely dodged. Huge. Altar of Obsession, which is that taunt, I believe? Yes. That's their ability to gain taunt. They roll Nocturne Commune. Oh, the other one do it too. Other one do it too. Dang. Blood Bond. And the Blood Bond did manage to bleed both of our frontliners. 96 bleed resistance on Rawsome here. So it had a 4% chance. Again, this is assuming that the enemies don't have some additional modifier to lower resistances before attacking, because I can't actually see that. And it rolled a 20% here. Sick.
Bravo.
Definitely bleed their backline. I'm gonna bellow in order to remove the crit token, as well as slow down a bunch of their characters. And we'll plague up that backline too. Grand. Now I do want to guarantee that the altar doesn't get a turn. Unfortunately. Unfortunately the front line had taunt. So I had to hit them. That's okay, it's freed up our other characters to be able to hit the backline afterwards. With Bone Weaving and not another healing skill afterwards, I believe now we're done with all of the interference of the altar. Herald is going to need to be hit once more, though. Let's try and bleed the target that is not currently regenerating as much as I bleed them. Hey, love a good bleed resist. Oh, and another cute little dodge right there. I think it's an appropriate time to stand fast now. Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna be ready to bellow at that guy. Again, unfortunately, there's taunt in the front line. I'm glad I still get to be so potent despite it, though. I could try and roll Howling End. That would also finally give us a token to see if things work as I thought they did. But I've got bleed resist on this character, so I really should leave them up at the front to be bled. Oh wow, I am actually gonna get to remove both of those crit tokens. Yell at him. Stop critting!
Them, that another may finish the work.
Another 4% roll! Okay, no, the enemies have to have some... Hilariously, I just got another plus 50 from a buff. No, the enemies have to have some additional roll they get to make. Yep. That unit on the ground, it is already dealt with. I just have to roll pure damage here. Really? Well, suddenly this could actually be a problem. Thankfully, units that are on Death's Door have lower speed, so it should be extremely unlikely that the Hellion acts early enough for me to have to specifically worry about that. Great.
The path of exculpation need not be a lonely one.
We're all good. Hey. I think there's another blood commune for just healing on a character for me. Done. Wonder if I should tag
The past is gone. Let it die.
a different ability. Distracting Dust as well as another cultist setup trinket.
The loathing abates.
Quick sort here before I have to decide what to do with these. I didn't even watch if I didn't even use this. I was about to say, I didn't even watch if the winded token disappeared, but I also didn't generate a winded token, so it would have been weird. Would have been very strange if one had. In terms of rotating any other objects, not especially keen. However, I can definitely see a universe in which... Oh wait, Adrenaline Rush was tagged, I just wasn't low enough HP. Okay, never mind, I'm fine. I don't need to take a Shambler. Especially because I don't really see the huge value in taking Shamblers at the moment. The path here on the left offers me 2 hallway fights for battles, which are just opportunities to pick up more money as far as I'm concerned, as well as replenish the HP of my characters. Take some aim. Yeah, had to assume that was going to happen. Should roll Adrenaline Rush right now to give myself, as the Hellion, the ability to heal over the course of this fight. Blighted the ever-loving heck out of the enemy backline there. They roll a desperate grab. They do manage to not only stun, but pull forward. Sean! No!
Collaboration confers advantage.
None of mine have the ability to remove stun from a character. Okay, I'm gonna bellow in order to remove the crit from the stealth character, as well as buy myself a lot of time here.
Well done.
The urchin survives on 1 HP. Only if it bleeds for some extra health there. Widow's already dead. Neko, you don't need to, like... Nope, you've already done your mission. Fine. I will roll defend here. Hey, positive relationship trigger. Despite defending a character who was on very high HP. Haunting Melody retargets a different unit. So does Chomp. Oh, I really wanted a little bit of stress from that Chomp. Oh, from Filthy One. No! Give me a little bit more stress. I want to be able to clear it. Never mind. Oh, boy. I don't want to attack a corpse, because that would give me stress. And I don't need to do anything after this, so... If it bleeds for the crit and the heal from using an attack... Hellion ends that fight on full HP after starting it on 0. Zero-ish. 0 asterisk. Of course. Time for our resistance encounter. A burning pile. And again, let's have Sorothel form slightly better relationships. Cannot wait to see how comfortable the party is getting along as we head towards the mountain. Of course, that assumes that I get past the Exemplar, but I feel like I've done reasonable preparations for that. Have I done fully enough? I don't know. I hope so. I'm going to give some ablative powders to our frontliner because it seems quite likely in this fight that we may get burnt. I'm more than fine with the if it bleeds missing there because it sets up my ability to reliably hit my blight afterwards. There's a pummel. And a whip trip. Aye! Don't pull my targets forward. Guess I want to bellow at him. And I barely broke a sweat. Why the red name on Whipper and then the blue name on Imletist? Is that trying to tell me who the damage dealer is and who the buffer is? Seems like it. That guarantees the death of the Imletist. Literally as soon as they get to their turn. I'm going to take this opportunity to roll Howling End in order to get my negative token, and we can start seeing how that goes. So that's at turn start. Got it. Let's roll an Ounce of Prevention here as well to try and make it much more likely that we resist DOTs. Whip Trip fails to move. It does still manage to burn. Rude.
Emboldened.
Honestly, I'm going to prevent
Extinguished at
19
last.
damage there with a single action. Oh no, my face. Oi! Stop the ridiculous pummelage! Doesn't seem like it'd make any kind of sense not to just immediately murder that target. Okay, at turn start, we have not removed the Winded, despite having enough baubles. So, Winded is not considered a negative token for the sake of that. That's what I assumed, but while it was safe, I did just want to check it.
Stupendous.
Make absolutely certain. There you go, I'm gonna defend Echo now. Watch. I thought that was gonna force them to not target someone named Sean, rather. We resisted getting moved, so we de-stressed a little.
Persistence will overcome even the greatest of threats.
Put them down to death's door and they'll bleed out at the start of their turn. Hastening history. Oh, it's so unlikely.
The loathing whispers.
We have a lot of trinkets here that just don't really make any kind of sense to go on my characters. Distracting Dust is fine. But like in the final area? Probably not. Thrilling Tablet is hilarious. Another quick sort here. Unfortunately can't stack the stimulants with the other stimulants at the moment. I mean, I don't need to clear out another slot before I start moving again, so I won't. Never mind. Actually, that's okay. I can just stack that on our already existing poultices. You've got a couple more arms you can use to carry, Sean.
Shadows of what they once were.
Although I can understand if Sean is getting a little bit tired of carrying. Hey, the mop and bucket triggered. Hey. Let's take aim. Yep. Knew that was coming.
Stumbling and stupefied.
Please stop stunning. I don't like it.
Cooperation is the key.
I'm gonna give a quick bellow to remove that crit token as well as debuff a bunch of the enemies. I would prefer if I were capable of going much earlier than them, courtesy of my whole DOT strategy. Boom. One target dead. One target almost dead. Enemy backline only ever gets to take one action each. I think I'm okay with that. Haunting Melody. Man, I really don't dodge anything with my take aim. My take aim does give a dodge token to Sean here. So 50% chance to be hit, and yet. Always. Sure. I'll defend him. Yeah, I should have thought about the fact that there was a a taunt token on our backliner. Annoyingly, I have to kill a corpse, or attack a corpse at the absolute least there. Oh! Battlefield Medicine actually does come in handy there for a little bit of extra HP.
Empowered, emboldened.
And then I'll just crush to line 3. We don't need to let the enemy die to the blight at the start of their turn. And no additional actions of recovery I can take before then. Alright, so we've got an assistance encounter coming up. Torches at 86. It's pretty good.
Look upon their noble struggle and be humbled by it.
Rawson wants food from here. I think I'm willing to give up 5 torch
Scavenge what you can.
in order to get the 2 in
And be
items.
off
Ooh, ceremonial
to
drum and
war.
soothing poultice. That could be pretty important. I can't drop all of the stimulants. I really need to start using the stimulants then. Someone does. I think it's time to throw away the fishmongers, tinderbox, all of that. So one more time. Go! And then I don't, like, get a choice, right? Nope. On the way to the lair. You know, just before we go into that lair, let's have a quick consideration here. Could I, reliably, kill the librarian? I think so. Not only do I think so, I don't think it's going to be especially difficult for us.
Beware what awaits you inside.
I was having a quick look at my items there when I just rolled into the event anyway.
The library burns, and with it the remains of philosophy, reason, and insight.
I like taking a little bit of time at the start of every turn before deciding to take aim with Sean. Just consider if anything else is possible before I do the thing that I'm obviously going to do. Oh. Bellow time. Shing! Unfortunately, we got dodged, so we don't even remove the riposte. And Bellow was... Hey! Dysentery. On entering region, you get negative 20% max HP. Boof. So I'll kill both of the enemy frontliners with a grape shot. Almost seems lacking reason
A righteous action.
to consider any other action. And the shaman's already dead to their own blight. Neat. Let's see if I can force a slightly better relationship between our frontliners. Woohoo! Advance. I don't necessarily have to kill the librarian as well. But maybe I could. Who knows? Fire play hits our back line, does manage to burn, provide a little bit of stress as well. Let me just quickly consider every other action and then take aim. Eyes closed. They blinded Sorathil. How dare you? Unfortunately, does directly result in us missing. Pummel does almost nothing there. Love to see it. I mean, I'd like to slow the enemies down, but I don't want to risk another pummel. Ooh, Jawbreaker, 2 damage. You did manage to daze him, but you didn't move him. You can't. Oh, this is cool. I do enough damage to kill the Imletist in a single shot here. Also remove some stress from Rawsome by doing so. Braggart made us taunt there, which forced us to get attacked, unfortunately. We also did not manage to dodge. Shaman uses Blazing Aegis. And... oh, wait. The Shaman is the defender here. I would not have assumed that. Chillbreaker crits for 5 damage and then stuns my frontliner by dazing them for the second time. Bye-bye, Shaman. I'm only gonna do 5 damage to the target. You know, I'm gonna roll Highway Robbery instead and steal your defense plus. And then follow up with a respectful strike.
And apply it judiciously.
The idea here is that if the enemy decides to pummel our highwayman, I will at least have some response. Unfortunately, we don't get any time to defend before Jawbreaker. Let's roll a... actually, Burn Salves should probably go out right now. A quick one on the self, and then roll Stand Fast.
A brilliant conclusion.
It's not yet a conclusion. Don't get ahead of yourself, Wayne. But it's certainly moving that way. Enemy hits Death's Door, tries to strike. Our frontline in Neko does 1 damage, also sets up a bleed. Sorry, a burn.
Persistence will overcome even the greatest of threats.
Alright, so the indelible trinket onto this would be 3 blight dealt. Sorry, 3 burn, plus 3 burn dealt. -2 to the duration of burns, and on burn resist, -2 stress. Realistically, I would almost immediately throw almost all of this away. The unabridged edition makes no sense for us to continue holding at this point. The Charred Litany... like, yeah, it's a flammable item. It could have comboed with another item that I just discarded in the tinderbox. But I think all of the combinations of items I already have is significantly stronger. Another Disarming Dagger, a History. I mean, ultimately, I would be doing this exclusively for currency. I'm doing it. I'm doing it not just for currency, but also for the fact that I'm pretty sure I can do this.
Teeters madly upon his ladder, reveling in the fiery destruction of human accomplishment.
Yeah, so they are burning. No bleeds. Got it. Gotta take aim, gotta be ready to crit him. I don't love that I can't hit the backline yet, so I do have to wait for them to finish the first book off.
Empowered, emboldened.
I'm gonna set myself up with some Bloodlust. If the target is bleeding, I'll do extra damage to him. As much as I want to roll Ounce of Prevention right now, it's difficult not to use the Plague Grenade.
And wanes.
Oh no, our knowledge of Aqueduct Engineering!
We can rely only upon each other.
I'm gonna roll a Defender for our backline. Oh, I managed to blind Barristan pretty significantly. They tried to roll a categorize. That got Barristan out of position as well. How dare you? I get to pistol shot, but it's only a 50% chance to hit. It does! Hell yeah! Thank you! Burning Bright doesn't shuffle our party, unfortunately. I really would have liked it to, because I really want Rawsome to be away from the front right now. Oh boy, annoying. Barristan, when you move, do you move forward 2 spaces? I really hope when you move forward 2 spaces. Because I can't move backwards. Got dodged. Had to expect that. Mandatory reading tries to burn Barristan again, but Barristan's having absolutely none of it. Oh, hell yeah. I do get to move forward too. Alright, party position rectified. Unfortunately, we're blind. Completely blind. I do manage to crit through the dodge of the enemy again. Thank heck. I'm also blinded. Another ablated powder's out. Yeah, had to expect that. Oh, interestingly, it does look like I removed a stack of blind with the ablated powders, which doesn't really make a huge amount of sense to me, but it worked. That's enough. That's gonna have to be enough. Remove that burn. I mean, I don't really want to try and crunch. I'm just gonna quickly stand fast here. Really trying to stress Sean out, eh? Ooh. Double tap's almost activated. I don't think I take aim again. I think it's now just shoot. We need to get towards the end of the game. Another plague grenade. Yeah. Yeah, this is working perfectly. We're gonna get away with this. If it bleeds for a giant crit, and that's enough damage to get the enemy down on death's door, baby! Which means I can... Oh no! Oh, never mind. I actually do have access to bolster from this position. Thank heck. So I can try and get some stress off of our back line. Enemy rolls another smokestack there, and then... Oops. I failed to strike the target I'm looking for. And again. Don't have an ability that can hit that line from there. Barristan, you can't crush from that position. The enemy's deathblow resistance... Honestly, do I want them to possibly act up to 2 more times? No. I'm just going to try and confirm it rather than get an extra turn of healing out there. I could have used a heal from our backline in particular. So healing salve, we've got a couple other things there. But yeah, a lot of these I'm just going to immediately have to throw away. For instance, the unabridged edition, there's no scouting in the next location. Wouldn't make sense to hold that. Disarming dagger, get out of here. Hastening history, out. So once more, +1 for produced qualities, no. I don't really care about producing poultice items, and I'm not going to care about producing items right before the end. I'm not going to a shroud again. So the quick look, there we go. We do have someone we can give an additional thing to. Fine. Don't need the extra healing given. Surgeon's Table is my only way of trying to remove... Nope. Alright. We now have enough space in the inventory. Woohoo! Okay, it's an assistance encounter to get out to the left. As much as I would love to go to another hoarder, with the amount of money I have as well. Oh, man. Now I really want to go to a hoarder. I was thinking about going to the hospital to try and remove my dysentery. I definitely don't want to lose 2 wheels, so I'm going left to the assistance encounter first regardless, so I might as well just do that. There is danger on this path. However, the other paths are more dangerous. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a very safe path ahead of us. I don't like when they blind all of my team constantly.
Steady
Oh,
yourself.
God. Everyone is burning. Everyone is blind. Definitely gonna remove the burn there. As much as I would love to bellow, it's definitely defender time. I could also remove this bleed, actually, if I wanted to go for a early adrenaline rush. Gives some additional health, gives us the ability to start healing after this point. Yeah, I like that. Also cures our bleed. Finishing blow hits the wrong target. Courtesy of a defense. Their Firemouth in the back line gets another action, unless it doesn't. That's fun. And neither does the other one. Man, they're really trying to use those finishing blows. They will manage. Oh, no, they won't. Again, wrong target. Love it. I should definitely keep that defender up. It is a great way to prevent the incoming. Also, we'll clear the token. Time for a Grape Shot Blast. Oh, it's so good. I'm never gonna live down the fact that I saw Grape Shot Blast for a millisecond and said, it's probably bad. And then spent the entire rest of the run just taking aim and Grape Shot Blasting.
This road cannot be walked.
Hey, nice crit heal there. I do not manage to hit, and as a result I become weakened. A low blow from the enemy also then fails to hit us in response. There you go. Boom.
A righteous action.
Blew him up. Man, the Hoarder in the future is going to be so good. Is my pack full? No, not necessarily. Although we do have the opportunity to drop some more items in here. A healing salve? Or bandage? And neutralizing powders seems like it would make sense against the Exemplar in specific. Who I don't need to prepare for right now, but I do need to prepare for at some point. And if I don't prepare for it right now, maybe I end up forgetting. Might as well do it now. I've been trying to incorporate something into my life, which I
strong enough to shoulder more than your share of the burden.
Which I heard a YouTuber say at one point, which was effectively, if you look at a thing and you're like, oh, I'll do that later. If the thing takes less than 2 minutes, do it then, because it would take more than 2 minutes to remember, plan, schedule, you know, whatever you were planning to do it later. It would end up being more timely than just standing there and doing it. Obviously, unless you are immediately requiring to run away to something else. Lower some torch and get a stagecoach item. Or do I want highlight and scouting? There's no more scouting to be done here. Oh, the relationship with Neko got worse! And Iron Banded Wheels, which really don't matter at all. The broken clock. I mean, yeah, I could go to the Hero Shrine. Unique trinket, stress heal. So I get loathing there, clear one, I end up with only one loathing by the very end. If I go to the academic study and then across to the hoarder, I clear the loathing in the final rampart. All right.
A rare opportunity. Let us advance unimpeded.
Also worth noting that there is nothing on the path between here and the broken clock, and nothing on the path between the broken clock and the hoarder afterwards. Huge contributor to the decision here. Annoyingly, Sean would take it and heal their 0 stress, or Sorathil will take it and get a trinket. Alright, Sorathil. Sorathil became on guard, as well as now misses the mark. Oversprung pocket watch. At turn end, 50% chance to gain an extra action, or stun. However, that stun will roll against our resistance. Which means that if we have a greater anchoring charm, it might just be huge for us. I really don't see the thrilling tablet being especially good here. Gives a bonus to a character as long as someone else has died, but I don't want anyone to die in the first place. Awesome, you're also holding the cleansing clasp at the moment. As it turns out, my backline actually has the most stun resist from that hero path. I just can't be stunned when I desperately need the turn. And a lot of these characters desperately need their turn. Quite annoyingly. Maybe I would have liked a road encounter here so that I could try and get some stress recovery on Sorathil. We will have one after the Hoarder. But will that be enough? Ubiquitous a child does, says Sorathil to Rawsome, ruining their perfect relationship.
Decide what is real, holding back fits of laughter and tears.
Plus 20% damage in a straight-up trinket. There's also melee skills with the Tormenting Locket, unfortunately, here. On hit from range skills, a fourth of the time, stress yourself out. Fate's Foreteller is very powerful, yes. Price of Pride. I mean, I like the Price of Pride a lot more than I like the Standard of the North here for us. And stress damaged, heal. 50% damage. This is difficult. I think the things that are most difficult is like, yeah, I want Price of Pride, which is 65, which would only leave me with enough to buy a 50, which would be the Greater Sharpness Charm. Greater Sharpness would want to go on Sean, but Sean would then want to drop some of these impulses. And then Price of Pride would go on, obviously, Neko, who would then drop the Standard of the Ninth. There's the Tinderbox, by the way. If a flammable blade is equipped, a third chance to apply a burn, and extra burn resist piercing. That could theoretically go along with the Charred Litany. +3 to burn that is dealt. But if I don't have burn by start, this isn't just you do 3 burn. This is +3 to any burn that is dealt, right? Yeah, because Curing Copper says apply on hit. And that's an item that actually gives you the ability to generate it within yourself. Okay. I don't want to stay here forever. I also don't want to close my eyes. I definitely don't want to fall asleep because I'll miss you, babe, and I don't want to miss a thing. I'm going to get rid of the Charred Litany, which I know I'm not going to be using. I'm going to buy the Price of Pride. Also, worth noting, the Price of Pride giving us the ability to bellow and stun the enemy 10% of the time. Huge. Gigantic. Massive. Ridiculous. Unbelievable. Change stun and movement resist to what you're holding, Rawsome. And I'm gonna add the Cleansing Clasp here, and then the Greatest Sharpness Charm to up the damage of Sean. When I say up the damage of Sean, this is actually lowering Sean's damage a little bit, by about 30%, which, yeah, really, really, really matters. Next area is going to be the Exemplar. Double tap seems like it'd be a good way to get through that fight. Grape Shot Blast doesn't seem like it's going to be especially useful in that fight, though. Tracking Shot might. Okay. Our Alchemist. Maybe we want you to have Cause of Death available? No, Blinding Gas. The ability to possibly blind the enemy before they act still seems far more important. Hellion, you have pretty much all of the moves that I would imagine you will need. Same with you, Neko. How about for any of our items? So I know that there's Blight in that fight. The target that is set up with Prelude is also given a large amount of Blight. Let's take 2 more neutralizing powders, because those can stack already with Sean. Removing blindness. That really seems like it's going to be worth its weight in gold. But I don't know which of these I would want to remove from any of my characters either. I'm going to elect not to take it. Move onwards.
The loathing whispers.
Alright, in this upcoming road fight, I'm looking for as much stress recovery on Sorathil as is humanly possible. And then it's time to face the Exemplar again! Just stretching, preparing my entire body for this.
Excellent work.
Love to see a character that never gets to act. Blister Shot hits the back line despite the Dodge Plus token, as well as the 2 Dodge tokens. Thankfully, Shell Shock does not manage to follow that up. Hey, low blow! Why would you do that? Obviously gonna defend the other front liner here. Grape Shot Blast would be perfect right now. Alas, we do not have access. Whoa! The villager crack shot on the back line is already dead! I didn't believe it. Let's try and take out the next crack shot then. Price of Pride's so good. I love taking damage and then getting a giant block token. Barely any damage in that at all. I was electing to try and kill a target there.
Collaboration confers advantage.
Yell at these enemies. Not really getting all the stress recovery on the back line as I was hoping.
Elementary.
Please start critting! Just gonna casually move forward, increasing our relationship between 2 characters, as well as forcing the enemy effectively to only target one of us. I mean, I would love to do more stress recovery for the team, it's just... there's no more stress recovery to be had right now. Thump! I need Sorathil to be above 4 stress. You need to have 5 so that I can activate Bolster. Or Sanctuary, but I'm not using that here. Alright. Time for the fight. My stomach. It's an altar. I've said this before. Altar of Obsession forces that target to taunt and Flesh Weaving. Now it's got 30 regen, so it makes no sense to target. I'm going to use Neutralizing Powders first on our tanky frontline. I'm going to take aim to start setting up damage. Speaking of starting to set up damage, it would seem appropriate to immediately throw out a Plague Grenade for the possibility that I end up needing to manually remove this altar over time.
Agony by accumulation.
One of us got crit, but the other one dodged. I'm going to elect to Defender. Sure hope I can. Rude prelude right there. I'm gonna pop some stimulants on Rawson, and then roll the attempt to bleed. Yeah, I mean, I can use Pistol Shot from here. That bleed didn't even manage to connect. Alter in the back line's obviously about to try and take a turn. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to remove the combo token on Sean here. I could try and move back 2 spaces. Noting that the enemy can use Prelude to anyone in any position, but they can't use the Fall to units in the very back line. Sure. I actually think that's a really, really clever move. At this point, I don't believe there's any chance that I can prevent the altar.
We can rely only upon each other.
The front line's taunting, the back line is constantly blocking for itself. Reasonable bleed. Yeah, and it's gonna get sacrificed pretty soon. I could elect to take this as a great opportunity to roll Ounce of Prevention, noting that I really can't afford to trigger that riposte. How dare you?
Collaboration confers advantage.
I'm gonna bellow to remove the ripostes now. That's always been part of the plan. I'm gonna give neutralizing powders
Emboldened.
to our man-at-arms again.
A
Crit for
brilliant
23 damage.
conclusion.
I've got a dodge plus token. The thing is, I can't have both of my units be in the back line and both of them have combo. So one of you has to be revealed to the possible exemplar hit next turn.
Stupendous.
Oh, we managed to crit and connect the bleed. Love to see it. Crit blight too. Hell yeah. All right, dodge plus token. I really could have sworn I put a dodge plus token on that character. They have, oh, they have another one apparently. So yeah, they had multiple. I can remove your lack of strength as well as remove your stress with a bolster here, but I don't think that seems appropriate. Definitely think it's time to straight up just defend you. Exaltation manages to get another unit back down to death's door. And, oh, a frontline demon has been summoned here. I'm actually considering trying to steal the Exemplar's dodge. Yeah, a 25% chance to hit them with this crit just doesn't feel great. Rather take your dodge token, lose my own debuff token. Yeah, it's adrenaline rush time. It's also pops stimulants on the self, removes one of our weak stacks, also gives us some extra speed so that I can additionally heal as soon as is available. 39 HP on that Evangelist, there's no way I'm taking you down in time. I do want to have access to my heals and things like that, though. I think it's time for Sorathil to move backwards. Rapture's beauty. Thankfully, the only target that is hit is the target who can most accept this.
Advantage.
The Hellian's gonna get mad if I heal... What? The Hellion... Okay, wait, what? The Hellian's gonna get mad if I heal, or rather, sorry, Rawson's gonna get mad if I heal Sorathil, but not if I heal Sean. So I'm gonna heal Sean then. I definitely don't want to get randomly huge crit here. Although the Exemplar is probably about to cause an issue here. Yeah, I have to roll Defender. Yeah, the Exemplar is soon going to eat their ally. Nice. Huge resists. And as soon as they do that, I'm going to need to have the Bellow up and ready to respond. Up here in the back line, and we'll take aim, get ready to crit. Speaking of getting ready to crit, huge work there. Yes, unfortunately they do manage to use the fall there, but not for much damage at all. Yeah, that was already a guaranteed crit. Oh. Pillar of Sacrifice, so my Bellow is ready, and it was a good choice to leave it so. Not wanting to trigger that riposte, I can afford some time to set up and then Bellow. This battle's going pretty well. Now I just need the enemy to, we crit and then had a respectful follow-up crit. Wild! It's so good. Howling Ends? 50% chance to miss.
Malaise.
I
And steady.
think we may have actually done this. Enemy does go down to death's door this turn. They roll Exaltation, 12 damage on a target that doesn't really mind. They manage to summon another unit to the field. I also don't really mind.
Emboldened.
I'm gonna bolster for 4 stress reduction from our team.
Small acts that drive
And then we
back
watch the
darkness.
Exemplar die. We did it. Yeah. We crit missed. And still got stress recovery for it. Hell yeah. I'll crit that corpse. Setting up for a plague grenade to actually allow us to try and deal with the units on board. I'm gonna Bellow to see if I get the opportunity next turn to get some more stress reduction before that target dies. I'll pistol shoot him directly. Okay, so that target dies the next time they act, which means I actually do have the opportunity here to do a little bit more stuff. Use a Battlefield Medicine on myself there. Sirthel, Highway Sean. Neither of those really needs that action. I'll use Bloodlust.
Collaboration confers advantage.
One more bolster for another 2 stress removed. And then the enemy dies to their DOT as soon as they attempt to act here. I'm not even gonna let them get that far then. Thunk. We did it! That was really good preparation for that fight, I think. Don't mean to pat myself on the back too hard, but
Still
pat, 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 pat,
lingers in
pat.
some of these well-worn relics.
Idle Thought. Plus 100% damage at round and negative 30% damage for a single battle. Honestly, if I was ever going to use that anywhere, it probably would have been in that fight I just left. You know, one where I understand the first 3 turns of the damage race are pretty much the only turns of the damage race you really get. I really can't see myself using Idle Thought against a boss fight at the end of the game, which is basically the only fight we have remaining. What? I have 2 wounding words. What? Oh, it's just a visual glitch. I didn't actually have those. Rawsome, you can stack the stimulants. So Also get some more poultice there. Use the bandages as well. There we go. Actual space in our inventory. What's that like?
These warm candlelit windows promise refuge.
Time for us to head to the final inn. Beautiful. Oh, armor repair kit. That seems pretty good.
Lower your guard. Soften your gaze. It is safe here.
Sorithil has become boisterous. Jean is an occultophobic. Rawsome is off guard. Nekohime is, you know, our non-damage dealer can deal additional damage now. This is the mark from the encounter. Dysentery. Ugh. So many of these have been tough. We do manage to get the pot and still. I don't know what Boisterous replaced. It used to show you, like, used to, in Darkest Dungeon 1, rather, when you replace the negative with another negative, it would show you the difference, the new.
The next stop is leagues away. Plan accordingly.
I mean, none of these really change anything for us.
Spend what you can, for wealth no longer has meaning. If indeed it ever did.
2 whiskey barrels to just drop on the party. Well, realistically, what are our negative relationships? Neko doesn't love Sean or Sorithil. That's it. Maybe that's better fixed with something direct like whiskey. Let's also have a look at our in items before I consider doing anything additional now. Heal 20%. Yeah, sure. Neko. Extra stun resist until the next inn.
Learn what can be taught, that you may stand just a little taller at the end.
I don't just have the ability to remove a disease, right? No. Extra disease resistance, though. Book of Creating Insults would be pretty good. Take 2 more medicinal herbs, just knowing that I can stack them on someone who really cares about them at the moment in Sorithil. I guess I really hope the enemy is a bleed-based enemy because I just have bleed-based responses. No move Rawsome. Armor kit. No burn Neko, no stun Rawsome. I definitely need to get 3 stacks of stale bread. Those need to join our party. Slime ball for Sorithil and bread for everyone else. Drums and poultices seem appropriate. Being able to blind targets is really impactful in the final area as well. Would I drop stimulants for that? I would drop stimulants for a smoke bomb in the final area, yeah. Let's get some of the whiskey, because Neko, you're only one away from having a positive relationship with Sean. Obviously, another pot and still don't really make any sense here. But also, I'm not going to have any difficulty with our loadout at this point. Speaking of our loadout, what should I master? Extra bleeding resistance on Rawsome. That could be good. Removing all of the DOTs, as well as a slightly larger initial self-heal. Sean, I really like that you've got the highway robbery pickup. Double tap upgrades do more damage by default. Currently have Grape Shot Blast tagged, but I don't think that's going to be appropriate in the very final fight. Oh, Battlefield Medicine upgrade. Oh, I constantly miss this. On the upgrade for Battlefield Medicine, we also remove our own DOT on Sorithil there. That seems a very impactful pickup then. Bloodlust and Adrenaline Rush should both cop an upgrade there. I'm thinking of upgrading Double Tap. I won't even know if I need Tracking Shot. And Double Cross would be a really powerful pickup. Eh, would it be? It's just vulnerability setup. I'm gonna upgrade Tracking Shot and Double Tap. And Rawsome, you can also upgrade probably Wicked Hack. Caliente would be good, but I need something that's consistent over the course of the entire fight, I believe. Now, Rawsome, you're 85% stun resist. What if I gave you the Oversprung Pocket Watch? Right? 50% of the time you get an extra turn. The other 50% of the time, you might be stunned. Not guaranteed. Might be. Do I have the ability to increase that? Resistance? No. I lower my crit significantly to do that. But I probably just provide that to the Highwayman, who doesn't really care about crit as much. I don't have enough baubles in the inventory to use the Cleansing Clasp at all anymore. Resisting things for lower stress would also be pretty good. I don't know, I am thinking more and more about the Oversprung Pocket Watch here. Yeah. Okay, I'm actually going to shuffle those. Now, for Wainwright.
The roads are rife with peril. A little protection is always welcome.
We can pump up 2 of those. I do think it would be appropriate
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
to pick up some simulating poultices here. And especially make Sorithil and Rawsome quicker. Now, as for our final 18, I'm slightly considering the extra move. Book of Creative Insults could be pretty good. And I'll buy another stimulant. There we go. Cool. Book of Creative Insults for Neko. To be taunting, 5% of the start of rounds. And then one of you is currently... No, not currently holding stimulants. Alas, I do have a stimulant to replace that for the next area. Alright, that's about as much of our resources as we can possibly spend here. Time to select our route to the mountain.
The end of your journey awaits you once again.
Oh, I'm gonna go from here to the mountain, actually, is the route I select. Alright, relationships. Yes. Hopeful.
Aspiration unites the hopeful.
Toe-to-toe hasn't got to be locked on for that. And Crush could be useful. Hopeful. Adrenaline rush for some stress recovery. Take aim, recover some stress. Neat. Respect.
Tried and tested. A bond to be counted on.
A bolster is going to give dodge plus. Neat. Wicked slice. What?
Resentment. The slowest and deadliest poison of them all.
Neko gets weakened by throwing a plague grenade? That's fine. Stand fast, blinding Sorathil is a problem, though. Okay, I was wondering if that meant I was going to have another negative relationship
Desire
under.
will never die.
Like whether it was showing all of the positives at the top and then the negatives, so I was really, really scared that I was going to get another negative interaction at the bottom. But no, it's amorous, and it is removal of DOTs. For the moment, though, my name's been Rhapsody. Name of the game? It's been Darkest Dungeon 2. Top left is a serious playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendation is down below. Stream past and the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/AbsolutePlays. Better above the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to Mr. Gibberish. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves and hopefully see you all for the thrilling conclusion next time.